Here with today.
My name is Maggie Higgins. I'm a freshman at Pace. I'm a communications major, and I'm from Juneau, Alaska.
Hell yeah. Wait, your name's...
Maggie. Well,
Maggie.
My real name's Margaret.
Okay.
But most people just call me Maggie, but you can call me Margaret. You can call me whatever you want.
Yeah.
I respond to both. I'm really not picky.
Okay,
I've been
yeah.
going by Margaret more recently, so.
Okay, because I was low-key, referencing the film set where, Margaret was,
Margaret.
yeah, and I was like,
Aiden
okay.
came up with that. He was like, let's make Margaret sound fancy.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So if you guys didn't know, me and Maggie. Maggie? All right, me and Maggie met on a film set shooting for a friend. Yeah, she's a talented actor. She's a lovely creative mind, and we're here today doing shit. But yeah, you told me earlier from Alaska, and
Yes.
all the way here.
Yeah.
Why?
So I want to figure out how to say this because people from my hometown are going to see this video because the minute my mom finds out that I did this, this is going right in her book club group chat. I think I never, even when I was, really little, I never liked living in Juneau. I just always felt very, fish out of water. I was this is not my place.
Yeah.
And we would go every year for my medical appointments in Seattle, and I, looked forward to that trip every single year because I loved the city. I loved, urban, stuff like this. And so, after COVID, after high school and everything, I was okay, I need to get as far away from this place as humanly possible because I can't. I was looking at colleges on the West Coast and I was no, it's too close. It's too close to Alaska. I can't do it. And so we went on a 4-day trip to New York in 2022 and I just absolutely fell in love with the city, head over heels. And then that was my junior year. And so I was I made my entire college process based off of that.
Okay.
4-day trip because I just loved it here so much and I haven't regretted it.
That's awesome.
Not even for a second.
Were there any other contenders for colleges, or was Pace your first choice, and also why was Pace your final decision?
I wanted to go to Barnard for a while because one of my good friends, Adara, she is a double major of orgochem and ballet at Barnard, which is insane.
Wow.
She's crazy. I love her so much. But I wanted to go to Barnard really bad. I didn't really know that it was an Ivy League because I'm not really familiar with that kind of scene.
Mm-hmm.
But she was helping me search for colleges and she found Pace and she was I want you to look into this school as well. And I want you to look into this. I think this would be a good fit for you. And so I did it and I don't know, I just really fell in love with it. And then when I got accepted, I just kind of I was like, okay, yeah, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I just really liked how it was just kind of in the middle of everything.
Yeah. And
how I was right at the Brooklyn Bridge, right next to City Hall. And I really liked its focus on jobs and getting a job after college. That was one of the things that was really pushed when I was doing my research, and I really liked that because I think being educated is the most important thing ever, but I would prefer to be educated with a roof over my head.
Yeah.
That's just me though.
Yeah.
So I would like to get a job, and so I really liked how their career services and how they supported you through that. That was I think my big defining
Yeah. So you had a lot of structuring and a lot of intentionality about your future that went into that process, which is really 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 smart. So what major did you end up choosing when you came here?
So when I first got here, I was in writing for diversity, equity, and inclusion in theater and media, and then I switched to communication and mass media studies because I searched journalism because I want to be a journalist. And that was the one that showed up. But then when I got here and I was in the major and in the cohort, it was very theater focused, and it was script writing and screenplays and stuff like that. And I really love all that. I love theater, but that's not what I was wanting, and that's not the path I wanted to go down. So.
Okay, that's awesome. And then what more appeals to you about communications, or was that just a safe choice, or was that more you felt drawn to it?
I chose this one just because it was, I talked to my counselor and he was this is if you want to go into journalism, this is the path that you should take, because there's not a specific journalism major at Pace, which was kind of interesting to me.
Yeah.
Especially because one of our buildings is the old Times Square.
Yeah.
Or not Times Square,
But the
old New York Times.
yeah.
Sorry. So, like, that was kind of interesting to me, but he was like, this is the closest you'll get, and this will put you on that path.
Okay.
So.
That's awesome sauce.
How about you? Why did you choose Pace?
I'm, like, quite literally the opposite as you, bro. Like, there was a big decision that I had to make. It was either being close enough to go back and see my family or like be around, or like completely go off. Because initially my kind of 2 college decisions were like just go to college and, you know, obviously get a job and get a paying job, or go play volleyball. Because I got one international offer to play in Rome in a business school. And then I got some division offers in the South and then like further up north. And then and then people like hate on me for not accepting this offer, but I got accepted to NYU as well. But the financial package just was like not great.
I didn't even apply.
Yeah.
Adira was like, don't do it. They're financially just like
yeah,
shit.
they financially cripple you. So it really came down to like not wanting to put too much pressure on my family, and also finding an option that was kind of the most sensible. I didn't look into really the majors, you know, the programs or anything like that. I didn't look at any of the specifications. It was literally just like, what is the best range or like distance. And honestly, my college like process, or like my college decision or choice wasn't really very intentional. It was just kind of like, oh, I know I'm going to college. Where am I going to end up?
Yeah, it was more of a financial decision.
Yeah, it was more financial, just kind of like, okay, you know,
which is so fair.
I'm going to go to college. I just don't know where, but I'm going to end up, you know, in college somewhere. So I kind of just went. So when I first came here, I had my major initially was business economics, and that was just kind of based around like that how my high school ended. But then like obviously I really hate math. Like, I really fucking hate math.
Same.
Yeah. So I was doing all this economics classes and stuff, and it was like draining me already. And I was like, okay, it's too early to feel like this. So I changed my major to business management, and I still didn't know what I wanted to do career-wise. Like at the time I was working like a lot of retail and, you know, just not really doing anything actually. So I thought like this is like broad enough to cover it. And then eventually I stumbled upon like production and like photography. And I've been doing photography, albeit since high school. But that was kind of when I realized like how I could like officially like tie in my major to, you know, my actual like passions and stuff. So it was a very late choice to me to actually decide like, why am I really here at Pace, and actually then like start using the resources to kind of supplant what I want to do in my career and stuff like that. Like I literally just ended up here, if I'm being completely honest.
That's really cool though. Sometimes it's just like those like, you know, kind of like fuck it decisions that are usually the best. Yeah,
and I feel like that's kind of just the person that I am. Like I've never been a person who's really too intentional about my future. I kind of just am like free floating. You know, like I just end up places, or like I meet people, or like this is just kind of, you know, the situation I end up in just on the nature of like, I guess who I am and the people I'm surrounded by with. So it's, I don't know, just like a, you know, free floating life. You know?
I try to live like that. College, that was like the big like, I really had to like think it through, because I was like, you know, I'm not like, my parents aren't like rich or anything, so it was like financial aid. Pace gave me enough scholarships to where this was like one of my cheaper options, which was, I'm very grateful for. And so I had to think about that, and then I was like this is like, I'm only 18 months, I'm only a freshman once, so like this is my, not like make or break, but I was like, I want to do this right, and like I'm not like, I want to follow my heart and go where I feel is best for me. But with most other decisions, I always try to be like, you know, go with the flow, free flowing. I believe everything happens for a reason, and so I always like, you know, I'm like, this opportunity wouldn't come to me if, you know, there was no reason for it, so like, why not take it? Why not go and see? I mean, obviously, like, use discernment, but
be reasonable, but like still be, you know, ambitious.
I try to like be open to most things, but college was like the one like really big like, I need to like sit and think about this choice that I've made like ever.
No, I get that. And then I asked you again before off cam, but you know, like if you could end up seeing yourself somewhere outside of college, like when you're done with your degree and, you know, you ideally have a stable job, let's say like a stable job led you elsewhere, like where ideally would you want to find yourself?
I don't know. I don't have any really specific places of where I want to live. I mean, I told you off camera I could not live in the South. I couldn't do the heat.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Real.
But I have, I'm a dual citizen, so my mom's from Canada, and I have a lot of family there, and so I could potentially see myself moving to Canada one day, but I've also never really, I mean, I'm also like, I don't know, I'm very open, because like I'd be willing to like go live like somewhere in Europe even, or like, you know, off the continent. I don't really know if I want to stay in the States necessarily.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just like, I always had this mindset of like, there's so much, I think this comes just from being so isolated in Juneau, but it's like, there's so much more out there, you know what I mean? And I want to like, I don't know, I just want to be like open to it all. Yeah. But I couldn't do the South.
No, I get you. Yeah.
Couldn't do the heat.
It's freaking, yeah. No,
like, this is killing me, and it's only like 72.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's actually...
Yeah. What about you? Do you have a specific place that you think?
I feel like, you know, similar to you, just how much there is out there. I was really, honestly, for a moment, considering LA. Not because, like... And nothing against LA, but I feel like the personality development and kind of culture is so much different from East Coast that was kind of like my main, you know, I don't really want to go there. But as most of that, I was kind of like tired of like New York just as an experience.
I mean, you've been here like all your life, right?
Yeah, so it's just like LA, maybe Florida. I'm not really looking so much internationally to like settle down, just because I guess I'm very much ethnocentric when it comes to like New York and Long Island and everything. But I don't know, I always had like a kind of a step path of how I would prefer my life to follow, and I guess it's kind of like following that right now. It was like, when I'm in my working career, I definitely want to be in somewhere urban, so like Boston, Washington DC, or New York. Maybe get married, you know, have a kid, and then move to like the suburbs, so maybe like New Jersey suburbs or like Long Island suburbs, and even I was even considering like Virginia for one reason or another, and then eventually like move to a ranch, you know, when I'm older, and just like like fucking love animals. I love horseback riding, I love all that shit, but it's just like
nature.
Literally, bro, back to nature. But if I could be in one place after graduation, I feel like I would really just want to be in a nice New York neighborhood. Because as much as I am tired of it, I still am very passionate about like my career and how many opportunities there are here. So it's like, even, you know, here, Brooklyn Heights is a beautiful area. Like, it's such a nice area. It's like a good mix of residential, but there's also a lot of young artists. There's a lot of, you know, photographers are out here just like on the street taking pictures. There's a good mix. So a place in Manhattan.
This is where you want to be.
Yeah, essentially. Like somewhere in Brooklyn, or not so much in Manhattan, because I feel like Manhattan is too fast.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too fast. So ideally, yeah, somewhere still in New York, just immediately out of, like, even Queens, because it's like in between Long Island and Manhattan, like directly, just so I can have like, I don't know if I want to go back home or if I want to have like more space in my living, you know, like bigger houses or whatever. I feel like that would probably be ideal. Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah. Putting so much onto it though, because it literally is the situation that I'm in right now as a senior. It's like, now I actually have to like not just conceptualize, like I actually have to do it.
Yeah, you have to like actually think and execute.
Yeah, and I actually have to like look for apartments and housing and everything. So, you know, but that's life, I guess. That's just the progression of life. It kind of moves you along, and I feel like for people like us who are kind of more open to being moved along, it's not, I mean, it's like scary sometimes, but you know,
I feel like it makes it easier.
It does. It definitely does. It's like if you're just open to change and, you know, life just drops you where it is, you know, it's,
Like the less you try to control, obviously like to a degree, but like the less you try to control, the more things go your way, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, just letting things happen. So career-wise, out of college, where would you also want to be, not just like place-wise, ideally?
I don't really know. I really, writing, I love writing, and so I fell in love with journalism. Like, I was writing music reviews for my school's paper in junior year, and then I got to write a byline for my graduation.
Yeah.
For like our local paper's like graduation issue, and I don't know, I really love journalism, and I really like writing about things, but I'm open to that not being like my final destination.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really don't care where I end up as long as I'm writing. You know what I mean? Because I can't do math.
Yeah.
at
Real.
all.
Oh my gosh, bro.
It's
Real.
like so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real.
But I wrote a screenplay for my theater class.
Mm-hmm.
But and that was really fun. So I could maybe see myself getting into that a bit more.
Yeah.
But I mean, I honestly don't know. I'm just kind of going where it takes me.
Yeah.
And I love art. I love painting. I like modeling. Modeling's fun.
Yeah.
I've done it like amateurly, but like never like professionally. So I want to get into it, but yeah. So I'm just like, I'll just see where the passion takes me, I guess.
I think that's the best place to be, especially where we are right now.
Oh, for sure.
And then when it comes to writing, would you say that it's more like it's like theater, or is it more on like the humanitarian side, or like, you know, world events and stuff?
I guess I'm not really 100% sure yet, because I just don't know if I've really only written like the music reviews, like that's like the really only like I'm actually writing for one of my friends' magazines. I'm writing fashion, and that's fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I really want to try writing about everything. Like I want to, you know, get into like world events and politics, and then like, you know, humanitarian, like you said. And I don't really think I found like my niche yet. So I'm still like open to trying all those things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So I could see it like a common consensus theme. Like this is a very much just on the way there position. Yeah. And I feel like that's a really good place to be, because it leaves a lot of wonder and speculation about where you're going to be. But it also takes out a lot of fear and kind of pressure to be at that place, because it's like you still have, you know, so much time to figure it out. And that's a beautiful place to be.
Yeah.
And I also am a writer, and I write quite a lot. Like I write poetry, and I write. I love writing poetry, and I like writing, and I like journalism as well. I also know, like, especially news journalism now in this society it's like a little bit more dangerous to put yourself out there. But New York, and especially the East Coast, since that's kind of like the political hub of the United States, could you ever see yourself getting into like deep political activism in your journalism, or would you like prefer to kind of steer clear of that?
I could see myself getting into that.
Yeah.
I'm very opinionated.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see myself getting into like politics, especially like, I've never really been into politics until like I moved here. Just because like I think in Juneau it's like the things that happen in the White House and like in, you know, our administrations and stuff don't really like hit us until like a little later.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure Juneau is considered rural, even though it's a city. I think just because of the isolation. I'm not 100% sure though. I could be wrong on that. But so like we don't like really like we don't see it firsthand. It comes like a little later. But being in New York, like especially with the election and like all that stuff and like all the protests and stuff, like I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah.
And so it's very like, whoa. And I'm trying to like, I guess I want to put my foot more in the door of like getting into being involved politically, because I think that's very important, especially nowadays. So yeah, I could definitely see myself getting into that.
Yeah.
I've just never like experienced
Had
it
the
before.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very active scene. It's a very emotional scene, because you know it's like New York is very intertwined, and it's it definitely does, and I do agree it hits us very fast paced when something goes on, because we have a very vocal culture.
Like you said, like, this is like one of the hubs.
Yeah, it's literally like one of the spots. Like New York is.
People here are not afraid to speak out, and
correct.
I absolutely love it.
And that's, you know, an amazing thing, but you know, it's also like I don't know. It's a scary thing to get into, especially, you know, being young, and I guess just what that career might entail.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's very like you got to be kind of I guess, methodical, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Because it can get not.
It can get out of
very
hand.
fast.
Yeah. Like it's I feel like politics are a civil duty, not so much a civil right.
Mm-hmm.
So, getting into journalism and also having a knack for writing is a very beautiful thing because, conveying messages and actually giving credible information and then, different perspective on things. That's
Especially
kind of
with the era of fake news.
exactly.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a very important thing, and especially being in one of the hubs, like having reputable news, brave reporters who actually can, say truthful things and look at things kind of plainly. It's I think it's, and this is kind of going like to history, as I don't know who referenced it. It was some ancient Greek dude, but it's like it's one of the most noble callings because I don't like. Yeah, New York is a very vocal place and it's a very active political place, but our politics affect the entire nation.
Yeah.
Like our protests can affect someone in a completely different place just because we may affect policy or you may affect, influence or something like that. And it's just like, it's a very noble profession. It may not be like the highest paying, it may not be the most safe, but, having interest in it, especially being younger. And I feel like people also listen to younger voices more rather than older in journalism nowadays, unless it's like an established like news site. It sort of becomes more than just like a cultural thing. It becomes kind of like a little bit safer version of vigilantism. It's like
I know what you mean.
you're helping without really necessarily getting your hands like bloody and everything. And yeah, I just feel like that's it's a duty. In my opinion, at least.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah. I usually end off with just asking a question to everyone, and my question is, and this could be about like anything in the world, anything in your personal life, anything that you want to see changed or anything like that. If I could pray for one topic or one thing about you, what would it be? It could be like your career, it could be something going on in the world, family, doesn't matter, like anything.
If you could pray for one thing for me?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question. Pray that I'm happy.
Yeah.
I don't really care where I end up or what I end up doing or what my life ends up looking like as long as I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the things that make me happy now aren't necessarily the things that are going to make me happy a year from now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just want to be happy.
Happiness. Yeah. In the end, it was never that deep, and we should all be happy. And
it's really never that
it
deep.
was really never that deep, bro.
It's not that serious.
Yeah. But yeah, this is Unprompted. We are on episode. I don't even know. We've been here a while, and today I'm with Maggie or
Margaret.
hell yeah.